Okay, I've been on hold. I've been having a hard time regarding an issue that I've been having with child support payments. If the government isn't listed into financial abuse, so they're committing crimes to defraud me out of money, cash, and getting away with it. They're creating debt out of malice. They've stolen, payments have disappeared, and they are enforcing the criminal activity by having representatives lie, cover for the crimes, and threatening the police to enforce the criminal activity. So I'm hanging up to see if I can get down to the bottom of what's going on.
Court.
I'm sorry, what did you say?
255th Court.
Let me guess, you don't want me to have your name?
May I have your case number?
May I have your name?
May I have your case number?
So you don't want me to have your name, is that correct? You're hiding something? At a court? You have something to hide? Well, I was trying to get help because the judge awarded for in a situation I'm going through with criminal activity for multiple different people involved in the government. My child custody rights are being violated out of corruption, and you guys are covering for it and enforcing it. So, but here's the problem. The judge awarded, even though there's a lot of criminal activity, that the child support payments that I have be taken from arrearage. You there? Are you covering for it?
What's your case number?
Are you depriving me of information to get the situation resolved?
What is your case number?
Ma'am, this is inappropriate for crimes to come on and you try to be intimidating and bully to cover for the crime. I would like to get some questions answered before I give you the case number. What if you can't help me? I need to know what you're able to do. I don't know why you be rude, and these are extreme crimes, criminal activity that's going on, and you were depriving me of your name. So since you don't want me to have your name as a red flag that you guys are doing something inappropriate, but if the judge awarded that the arrearage, my child support payments come from the arrearage that's due, and out of criminal activity, a scheme has been made to cause interest and debt for me, they're not doing it. Who do I report that to? Are you covering for the crime, ma'am? Who do I report it to, ma'am?
What is your case number?
It's hard when you guys cover for the crimes and withhold your name. The case number.
What is your case number?
The case number is Kiana Clark.
How may I help you?
You just asked me for the case number. Are you
This
sure
case
this is
is
a
closed, ma'am.
255th District Court?
This is 330th Court. You're in the wrong court.
I'm in 330th Court?
This is a 330, the case number that you gave me.
No, it's 255th District Court.
Okay, give me the case number again. That's not a good case number.
DF 9701124 is not a case number?
You gave me 01224.
I gave you
Give it to me again. DF
9701224.
Okay, ma'am, that's not a good case number. When you get the case number right...
Hold on, ma'am. Hold on, ma'am. Hold on.
That's not a good case number.
Okay, DF 9701124.
Michael?
Yes. You there?
Hold on.
It's my break time. It's almost over. They play games. They're
Speaking, I can help you.
May I have your name?
Denitra Brown.
Ma'am, are you a conspirator in some criminal activity? Because they keep on covering for crimes and transferring me to you. And there's gatekeepers to enforce corruption. I did report the child abuse that my daughter's currently under, and there's theft from this. They're not honoring the judge's order of taking the my child support payments for the arrearage. That's really far behind, and there was missing and partial child support payments. There were $5,800 came up missing in child support, and whoever I was calling monthly told me they didn't get it, and I wouldn't be receiving it. And then when I was in jail on false charges, I wrote the judge and told them the criminal activity and how I was targeted and the chaos I was going through. And then the money surfaced on the card. I let the court know that I didn't get a cent of the funds that they got. They also did it with another child and another dad. There's a substantial funds that are missing from the child support division, Attorney General. So I went there. They keep on calling the police to enforce the criminal activity. You're covering for child abuse. So Deborah Nelson, Kim Cook, and Judge Beecham. Why would the court be a part of these felonies? I'm on break. You got to see it to believe it. Now, no, people would not believe that they're this petty. And the person controlling them is petty like this. There's even more extreme petty events that I can't even communicate because they're not realistic. You notice how all of them minimize and disregard this chaos like they did before COVID. No one seems to think that going back, creating fraud and thefts from the government is a big deal. No one seems to think that a multitude of people committing a felony, hindering a child custody agreement for profit, and targeting a family, no one seems to think that's a problem before COVID. To all these parties, it's okay. Getting drug out of churches, trapped on trains, my son getting hit with a car, my daughter strangled. Everyone seems to think that I'm coming in contact with, it's no big deal. What's your concern? And then put you on hold, disregard. These felonies are racking up. I have never heard of anything like my experience before COVID. I have never heard of a multitude of courts being so deprived that they would not even let a person present themselves at their own court date. I knew that something substantial was going on because this level of power that was being abused and the corruption and there's just the outlandish things that the government was getting away with. I have never heard of. How do you target someone to a degree, making it completely obvious to where you enforce that the whole building, including the people staying there and staff, violate and target one person? Everyone witnessing me being violated, putting on makeup, threatened me to get put out for simply speaking. I had nowhere to go in life. My family hung up in my face, so they told me like a child to go to my bunk, and if I talk to anyone, they would put me out and got away with it. And then put me out in the snow for talking to a man. So they have the power to abuse. Denitra's covering for child abuse. Kim Cooks and a multitude of other people. Who's stopping them? It's all on the channel. They're arrogant. They don't care. Stealing child support payments, creating debt with Social Security Administration. Can't get their law together, so they call the police, threaten security. Or have security come because they don't have their story straight, and you don't need to have it straight when you're the government. You just keep handing a person fraud like they've been doing. Theft is okay when it's the government. Obviously, it's still going on. So the bully didn't want me getting my stimulus. He created a lot of havoc in my life. He caused a lot of damage, so I never got the stimulus payment. He's very petty. He don't want me to have it, so he needed to create debt, so I never got it. And that's what he did. So now with the Social Security, this scheme that they concocted where I won't get this payment, I tried to report them to the police, and of course they covered for it and sent out right care. Because I go in person, they scheme and commit crimes, openly. If I just can't believe it, and I can't believe there's so many witnesses. And nothing is done. If you're viewing this and you have integrity, you have a responsibility to report this chaos and do something. This level of corruption is not safe for any of our civilization in general. We are starting to see something in this day and age that we have never seen before. Because a lot of people turn a blind eye. If you don't stand for something, you'll fall for everything. So now in 2022, the government, I have never heard of the government. I know that there's technical glitches, but these are obvious corruption, and they've handed out fraud to cover for their crimes. And I'm oblivious. I have never heard of a level of corruption like this before COVID. But anyway, she's, acting like a child, disregarding the experience and putting me on hold to cover for it. This is what's been going on years, so I can't get anything resolved. I can't find people of integrity. Nowhere to be found. So they continue to abuse their power, do any and everything they can out of malice, and consistently keep getting away with it year after year. This is a video diary. They're not willing to talk about all the crimes. They have to enforce that the chaos continue to go on. The stolen payments, the chaos. They're the government. They get to do whatever they want.